I just farted.
Thank you, Mallory. A college degree, a title that can make or break the chances of landing that dream job or that lifestyle you've always wanted. This year, more than 250,000 students will graduate from some type of higher education. This number may sound like a lot, but in hindsight, with the United States population hovering around 300 million, that's less than 1% of the population. With the recent economic crisis and a shortage of jobs, getting a degree should be a no-brainer. However, thousands of students across the nation, along with that degree, comes a mountain of debt. Being a current college student myself, I've encountered several other students who face the challenges of student loans, and it's a very important topic to understand before considering them. This year alone, 20 million students will attend college, and of that population, over 12 million will be in debt, well over half the college students. With so many students taking on loans from universities, credit unions, and banks, many are blinded by the idea of having that degree and look past the debt they must pay back. If considering continuing your education on the next level, there should be certain facts you should consider. Will you be in or out of state? What type of university will you be attending? What type of degree do you want to pursue? And of course, paying back your debt. Not all universities have the same opportunities for degrees. Some offer engineering, while others offer veterinarian and agricultural. When choosing a university to attend, this can be a big choice. And if a student plans on taking loans, will play a major impact on their debt. Depending on what part of the country a student wants to attend college, the difference between an in-state and an out-of-state public university can be around 30 to 50% more. Keeping those numbers in mind when selecting a public university for a certain degree, and the opportunity for that desirable degree is in-state, the amount of student loans would be significantly cheaper. For students who are not attending a public university, but private, the numbers can be quite frightening. According to the Huffington Post, the most expensive private institution in the United States is Columbia University, costing a staggering $49,138 per year. So if a student plans on taking 4 years of college at that university, that's almost a $200,000 investment. However, Columbia University is the most radical case, but it's common for many private institutions to hover around the $25,000 to $40,000 mark. As far as student loans are concerned, according to the American Student Assistance, between 2006 and 2007, 96% of all students at private institutions took some sort of financial aid. Basically, if you plan on attending a private institution, even with a scholarship, plan on borrowing some cash. Not all degrees are created equal, and it definitely shows by the amount of loans and debt accumulated by certain ones. While the average student will accumulate around $35,000 per year, the average doctor will come out of school with a whopping $166,000 in debt, according to CNN Money. Obviously, a doctor's in school for a much longer period of time, but that comes with a much heftier price tag than the average Joe. Now that you have acquired that shiny new degree and walked across the stage, the fine institutions that help you the past 4 years in your endeavors want their piece of the pie. Yes, the time is finally here to pay back that mountain of cash you have borrowed, which can take a very, very long time. Out of the 37 million postgrads still paying back student loans, almost all of them are at least in their 30s. According to the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, 40% of the 7 million are under the age of 30, while 42% are between the ages of 30 and 50. While there's even a small percent of men and women paying off student loans after their 50th birthday. So why are so many people with loans having them for so long? Well, for some, it's simply a struggle to get the payments in on time. Out of those 37 million borrowers, 14% of them have at least one past due student loan account. That's a terrible chain reaction. As for every student who defaults, 2 more become delinquent in processing their payments. These defaulted loans have certainly piled up. As of 2012, there were more than $8 billion in defaulted loans. These numbers are affected greatly not so long ago, as the United States just recently started to recover from economic struggles. This information is not meant to keep anyone from pursuing their dreams or careers. In fact, students from the ages 25 to 34 earned an average of 114% more than those who did not have a college degree. And the average college student with a degree averaged 50% more than students with just a high school diploma. Students need to be more informed about their options when planning to pay off student loans. In a recent CNN Money report, over half the students out of a 750 student survey were shocked by the amount of debt that they had accumulated. And 39% of those students said they would have done things differently. With a competitive job market and a recovering economy, acquiring a college degree is important. On the other hand, with so many students relying on loans to acquire a degree, understanding student loans and paying off debt is just as important. On your guys' handouts that I passed out, you can see several statistics showing all the different kinds of debt around the nation and several charts.
Ooh.
If there are any questions, you can ask me after the speech. Thank you very much. Have a nice night.
Boo!
Bam!
Do I just hit stop?
Oh, Joe,
Stop.
that speech is wicked awesome.
Do I hit stop?
Yeah.